Okay, I can start now, right? Sorry. So as you guys know, I play softball, and this is a great debate that many people have discussed over the years, is whether softball is a softball harder to hit than a baseball. So I'm here to tell you that softball is harder to hit. And why is it so hard to hit a softball? Well, there's the distance factor. There's timing, and then there's the uncertainty of where the pitch is going to go. A quote from Ted Williams is, "The toughest thing in sports is to hit a round ball with a round bat, and the round ball is thrown from 40 feet, underhand from 40 feet away." So who's Ted Williams? He is the all-star #1 for 17 seasons, an American League Most Valuable Player 2 seasons, an All-American League batting champion for 6 seasons, and a Triple Crown winner for 2 seasons. So obviously, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to baseball and softball, which one could possibly be harder. So what's the difference between softball and baseball? Obviously, the field is bigger, the mounds are closer, and the fact that the baseball mound is elevated causes the projection of the ball to go in a downward motion. As a softball player, the pitch comes up as you throw it up, so the ball rises. Now, as you're swinging, gravity actually makes you go down on the ball. So therefore, as the baseball comes down, your bat is going down, and they intersect at the right points. But with a softball, the rising of the ball makes it harder for us to keep our hands level and to push it up on the ball. Which is why, I don't know if you've ever heard like rise balls and stuff, that is why that is the #1, the hardest ball to hit, because it's already coming up and then it goes even higher and it can start coming in at the right level and end up over your head and you're down here and you're like, what's going on? You know, why did I miss that ball? But, so what are the statistics for baseball? Baseball mounds, as the pitcher throws, he steps and you're about 55 feet away at that point. Average college baseball is about 90 miles per hour, and that gives you 0.44 seconds of reaction time. In softball, after the pitch is thrown, you're about 37 feet away. And average is about 70 miles per hour, causing you to have about 0.35 seconds of reaction time. So obviously that's pretty hard, you know. As the pitch is going, the ball actually kind of disappears from your sight, and so you have to pick up on it real quick as it comes down to your hip. And so you're watching, and you have about, like, you're losing tenths of a second at like trying to figure out, is it a ball, is it a strike, and then where is it going? And so at that point, you really have like less time to hit the ball. So hitting a softball. This is Jenny Finch, by the way. She is like one of the best pitchers in softball, and she wanted to test this theory out, whether softball is harder to hit.
Turn that mouse ago on the computer. I'm sorry. On the computer.
It's the right next to the play button.
Or stop it.
Top left hand corner.
It's good.
And the ball rockets out of her hand at speeds approaching 70 miles an hour.
This part will explain basically everything I just said.
Thrown from the mound must follow a downward trajectory. In baseball, there is no such thing as a rising fastball. And a batter can adjust to pitches by dropping his hands to adjust to the downward trajectory. But softball pitchers don't stand on mounds, and a low release point can result in pitches with an upward trajectory. This means a batter has to fight gravity to adjust to the higher trajectories. but a 70-mile-per-hour softball is typically released closer to 37 feet from the plate. It can reach the batter in only 35 hundredths of a second. That means a softball batter has about 20% less time to make contact than a major leaguer. How confident?
Okay. So that's just, reiterating everything I said. Arguably, people will say that, well, softballs are bigger and they're easier to hit that way. But since baseballs are smaller, they actually make the bats bigger, so that way it's easier it compensates for the smaller ball. A softball is 9 inches in circumference, and a softball is 12 inches in circumference, and a baseball is 9 inches. But since the bat is usually bigger at the end, it helps make up for that. So, in conclusion, softballs are harder to hit because they are 20 feet closer to the batter. The reaction time is 0.9 seconds faster, and the batter works against the natural force of gravity to hit the ball.